Now we're going to talk a little bit about glamming your look. How about a little bit of wave action? Damien Carney, you're going to show us how it's done. We've all been watching the awards, and in the award season, you see all of the gorgeous women on the red carpet. Waves are everywhere. So there's a couple of ways you can do them. One more casual, one more glammed up.
Absolutely.
And we've got our lovely model here.
Yes.
What's your name?
Katrina.
Katrina. Thank you, Katrina.
So with Katrina's hair, what I've done is kind of split the head in half. So you guys at home can really kind of get the idea of how to use an iron. First of all, what you have to do is kind of look at the texture that you've got. Does your hair curl easily? Is it resistant? So preparation is really, really important when you're looking at these celeb hairstyles.
Right.
What I would recommend, particularly if you've got a prone to frizz, is our Joico humidity blocker. This is great because it defies humidity and makes it much easier for styling. So what I would do is pepper the hair. It's a lightweight spray, and then you go into curling.
Now, is that going to be even more important if your hair is more coarse? Let's say if you have black hair or Asian hair, are you going to want to use more of that to sort of get the frizz out?
Absolutely. Frizz is an all-year-long problem. People just think of winter like right now here.
Yeah.
But you can live in areas where it's very moist and you can get frizz within the hair.
Okay.
So the humidity blocker just rejects what it doesn't need and keeps the right amount in your hair.
Good stuff.
So there's two examples. There's one that I think is a very glamorous kind of look, and what happens is you don't have to be perfect at doing this. I think this is what's great. When you look at natural waves, or you look at hair that's got a wave in, when it's too uniform, it can look a bit too theatrical, a little bit too conceptual. It is nice when it's kind of a little bit more tumbled up and broken up. So you don't need to be a true expert.
Right.
Have a good time at home.
The natural look is in.
Absolutely.
The more
Less
natural
is
it looks,
more.
the better.
The diameter of your iron is going to determine the amount of curl that you're going to produce.
Okay.
You need it really, the hair to wrap around at least 2.5 times. For a more glamorous kind of look where you're getting deeper waves like Hollywood, think of like a Gucci girl or an Yves Saint Laurent girl where you've got this lustrous shine. You want to work your sections with a larger iron, and what you want to do is to take your sections horizontally. So what you're doing is taking quite large sections, and then what you've got to do is simply take the iron. What I do is heat the actual section up like that, look, can you see? So what you're doing is you're getting even heat temperature from the scalp towards the ends.
Oh, that's
Wrap it around and feed it, look, can you see what I'm doing? It's feeding all those ends in. Work it around again. Feed it in, you'll get used to it, a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
And there you go.
It does take some practice and maybe some gloves.
Absolutely,
My fingers would be burnt by now.
I think I've lost all the sensation in my fingers from all the heat.
It's like chef hands, right? You get burnt so often you don't even feel it anymore.
Then you're going to let it set, and then what you could do simply is to use a little bobby pin. A bobby pin's great. These get everywhere. And then what you could do is simply let the hair set. Bingo, do your hair. Then you go to makeup afterwards. What you're going to do is loosen up the hair, and then quite simply you're going to just rake it through so you have a sense of volume. I'm going to use the comb so you guys at home can basically see. Don't be frightened of giving the hair a good tug through. You've got to get rid of all of the evidence of that wave. Then you work it through.
So you want to actually comb it through.
Oh,
you don't just want to finger tousle it.
You see, with this kind of thing, we're getting a little bit more polish. You're getting more S's and curves.
Right.
And those are very sexy and sensual. Don't be frightened. You want to get rid of all the evidence. The last thing you want to do is have evidence of where you've curled the hair. There's nothing sexy or glamorous about that.
Right.
Keep the hair away from the cheekbone area. And look, you can simply get a comb and you can curve it.
Right.
Yeah?
Those
are just very, very simple few sections. You do that all over the head.
Right. I think the important part of that is also the setting part of it. And I think if you're in too much of a rush, like make sure you do the first part, set it, and then do your makeup, do everything else you have to do, and then take it out, because it needs that time, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
To cool down so the curl stays.
You've got to have order. And I think when you do something properly, your benefits are going to last longer. So this will last all day. It's going to look smoother. It's not going to look frizzy. What you can do is quite simply look, oh my God, look there, you can get the comb and you can curve it under, take it away, and you can pin it up, put it in a ponytail. The choices are endless.
Right. Okay, now we have this lovely little twist. We're probably not going to leave her like that, are we?
No,
we
would repeat the process by going up the head. Side partings, amazing if you want glamour. Yeah, think 40s and 50s. Centre partings, a little bit more fun, a little bit more day wear.
Okay, very good. I'll definitely get him to take that out for you at some point. Okay, we won't send you home like that.